Hello again, my name is Ezra, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Where we last left off, I think I'm basically finished with the Miller's questline now. I think all that's left is like a ritual or something. Go to the lair. Just he'll tell me what all this effort was for.
See you, friend.
I'm hoping that it's like a final ritual and that I'm not just going to be given like a whole new chunk of quests. If it is like a ritual or something, I don't expect it to work, because I don't expect them to, like, confirm magic. What are all these horses?
Whoa!
Are any of them good? Can I steal one? What is this? What's going on here? No. No. And no. Or just a little higher, so you're more valuable. Yeah, whatever. I like my horse. It's super fast. I don't know why these horses are here, though.
Quick!
But they are. I do hope that this is the end of the quest line, because then we can go and do the main quest. If this is not, and it's just the start of like a whole new chunk of quests, I think I'm still gonna just go and do the main quest.
Whoa!
That's not... It's not okay. Okay, we got cutscene, thank you.
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
You'll give me another job, you'll tell me what's going on, you'll kill me. He did just make it sound like he's gonna kill me.
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found two new partners, you and Monarchy.
About the golem thing?
It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part!
Okay, I'm confused. You want your ass beat, Zinnik?
One more word, Zinnek, and you'll get one on the nose.
Calm down, friend. I'm just kidding. Tell him then, Bonnie.
This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
Yeah.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close.
Oh, so the boarded up
Great
place
success.
was...
With the help
they're actually
of
doing
Hermes
something
Trismegistus
important in there.
and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
The Philosopher's
Magnum
Stone?
opus. The great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's
I'm
Stone.
glad that I knew that.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Gold, corrosion, weapons, the elixir of immortality. Well, he just said it wasn't the elixir of immortality. Which, I don't... The Philosopher's Stone's, like, kind of tied into that? Gold, corrosion, weapons. I'd assume weapons, but it could be gold.
The most precious metal of all. Gold.
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Attempts to create gold started it all, but it ended up a little different.
I'm assuming all those
Start at
answers
the
were
beginning.
wrong.
My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything.
I love his
and
voice.
my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
Studied at a university. You had a good mother. What did your father say?
What did your father have to say about it?
He wasn't too happy about it, that's for sure. But Mother kept pestering him until he yielded. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
They kicked you out, you left, and what about your thirst for knowledge?
And what about your thirst for knowledge?
I realized I didn't need the university for things that are truly important. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
Thievery, alchemy.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only
Science of
one
understanding,
queen of
deconstructing,
science.
reconstructing
Alchemy.
matter.
I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
Keep it short. What about your parents? You became a miller. What do you mean, new life?
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
What is it? So it burns?
More than that, it makes a big bang.
A very big bang. But don't worry, we're all in on it.
Am I gonna get a
now.
gun?
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated
Dude, I
us.
think there's
But
some
we
place that
just
you get like
still
bullets
didn't
and
know how
stuff.
to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material
Who's a
from
genius?
Gutenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when
Yeah,
we
you're not
found out there's a
pouncing that.
copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make
Probably
miracles
should have
happen.
read that book
All
before I
it
handed
takes
it over.
is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen
That
now?
sounded a little bit more
As I said,
dominant.
we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do.
Oh, the
hope
test
you're
is
as
just what a
excited as
whole
I am.
barrel will do if you light it on fire. That sounds dangerous. I have more questions. Let's get to it.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Making a giant bomb doesn't necessarily make a new world. Unless it's an atomic bomb. This is a terrible thing that we're doing. You are standing far too close. How far away are they standing? They look like they're way too close. Either nothing's gonna happen, or somebody's gonna die.
Looks like it ain't working.
Yeah, you guys are way too close. I didn't see a tree anywhere near the barrel.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
That tree's so far away. That poor rat. But also...
Instead of mixing this stuff, listen to me and keep the proportion right. Listen to if my ears ever...
I can't hear anything.
Crazel?
The fuse didn't catch immediately.
There's no need to dip it in resin and wax. Better to use rushes boiled in wine.
Very well, if you say so. We'll try Russians
I
now.
don't know if that hole's 9 feet deep.
Also, like to take a look at that book, Crazel.
In due time, honey. In due time.
Well, that was pretty awesome, honestly. It worked.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of
Crazel's
ours
getting away.
is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarik. But we surely fooled you, eh? You had no idea we were making black powder.
We're in the middle of the forest next to a mill. I'd have expected more like you were cutting the flour with acorns or something.
We tried that too, but wood shavings are better.
So you'd rather go around licking the walls of sties?
Just you wait until I have my own castle and everyone calls me ma'am. Then we can talk about whether it was worth getting our hands dirty
If you're
or our
making
tongues.
black powder and no one's done it before, it's gonna sell for so much. They've literally just created the next technological advancement in warfare. Like, you can go into cannons and so much more. Is it all that black powder? What's going on in here? Also multiple alchemical stations. There's nothing I can loot in here. Yeah, I did think that this place was locked up, not because it was all gross, but because they were keeping a secret. Makes sense. Nothing of value in here for me, though. I could talk to this guy, but he's not really worth talking to be honest. Crazel probably went back to the mill. Oh yeah, he's this book looking away. There he is. Oh, I stink right now, apparently. I'll be sure to wash up when I get back. And then we can go and do the main quest after I talk to this guy. Someone more about that stuff. I have a question about thievery. Gunpowder magazine. What's going on around here? Teach me.
So how about that book of yours, Crazel?
Wouldn't you like to know?
All secretive again, are we? I thought we got past that.
Sorry, Henry. Force of habit. My great work is complete. I picked up where Black Bertolt left off and brought his conclusions to a close. I believe that my work will lay the foundations of a new world where knowledge
some bad
will
news.
forever reign over
It's not
darkness.
gonna happen.
Sounds interesting.
Knowledge does not win.
Could I at
Knowledge
least get a
never
peek?
wins.
Sorry, Henry, but that won't happen. If anyone heard about the book, the church would be after me, like a dog after a rabbit.
Yeah.
I hid the original so well, even you wouldn't be able to find it. Believe me, I made an effort.
You know I'd never tell anyone about it.
And what if you were tortured, huh? No. You can never be too sure. I even made an exact copy, just to be safe. That was even more work than we had with the original.
So maybe you could lend me this copy?
It's no longer here. I paid a messenger
okay.
to take it to Kuttenberg, to someone I owe a lot to.
About the
You really
Gunpowder
led me
magazine.
on about the Gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and
Those
Dietrich
are
von
names.
Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they worked brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
They certainly did.
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Bertolt's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lower Samine has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
I feel useless now.
Sounds like I went to a lot of trouble for nothing. I didn't really have any influence on anything.
There's no one right path. When you accept that as reality, all your doubts will be dispelled. Maybe it's just time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Well, good for him. Kind of cool. I got nothing out of that, apparently. Other than all the reward that I got prior to this. Oh, I guess I know how to make black powder now, which is kind of cool. Still don't know if I'm capable of making a gun or anything, though, right? Longsword attacks as other potions. Poisons, herbs. Didn't I learn how to make black powder? Apparently not. Apparently that was some other thing. Oh. Gunpowder. Black powder is the oldest known explosive. La 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 la. The European inventor of gunpowder is typically attributed to either German alchemist Berthold Black Suarez or other sources. It's the German friar Albertus Magnus, who is familiar with the recipe for gunpowder as early as 1275. She's gracious. So I learned about it, but I guess I don't know how to craft it. I swear that I saw, like, bullets at some point in this game. Wasn't that a thing? Ooh, vitality leveled up. Well, all of my everything went up, apparently. Hidden weapon. Thunderous blast. Yeah, see, gunshot. You can literally make guns. Or use guns. But I haven't seen a gun all game. I still don't know how to craft one. Weird. Alright, is it evening now? Or to keep on?
You haven't heard... Oh, don't be such an impatient. Come and pick me up.
How is this not evening?
G'day, g'day.
And Hans has vanished, okay. I'm gonna guess that now it counts as evening. What's up, Hans?
You've come just at the right time.
Oh my god.
Looks like we'll eat and drink our fill before going into
After
battle, eh?
all of
It'll be
that.
mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me.
You're not looking forward to the feast?
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring fuckers' necks one by one. And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
That makes two of us. We'll get
I bet
him.
that we're just gonna get
Don't
attacked during the banquet.
I'm sure Von
in this
Berghoff has
fortress.
good reasons for caution.
I hope so.
What's wrong? You seem like you're in a strange mood.
Are you surprised? After what happened at Samin?
We prevented the worst possible outcome. We shouldn't have gotten involved. We kind of shouldn't have gotten involved, but they didn't need to die.
All that happened is that we prevented the worst possible outcome.
I'm not so sure about that. Young Samin deserved punishment, no doubt. He was in cahoots with the bandits and betrayed his lord.
Yeah, we should have
Defiled
killed young
his honor.
Semin, but old man
And if
Semin
it
didn't
comes out
deserve
that
it.
we helped him escape, it's my neck that's on the chopping block. And yours.
The older may have been a traitor. But what about his father, Agnes, Captain Gnarly, and the other innocent people in the fortress?
Exactly.
They're all Lord von Berghoff subjects. And
They
they,
didn't
were
know he was a
covering
traitor.
for a traitor.
Well, maybe. But still. Were we supposed to just watch while Hashek's soldiers cut their throats?
You'd better hope our compassion won't be the death of us.
But nobody knows about us, and nobody's going to look for the Semines. But that's enough of that. We don't want anyone overhearing us. Let's go to the feast, all right?
You're right. Let's go, before all that's left is a pile of bones and empty pitchers.
Anytime things that are happy are happening, I expect it to end in a siege.
Lord Capon and his page. At last.
Good evening,
The
friends.
noble knight
Join
Henry,
us,
thank you very
please,
much.
and sample what our kitchen has to offer. Wench, pour Lord Capon some wine.
We have excellent Hungarian wine, sir.
Thank you. I won't say no. I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov. And perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the kingdom of Bohemia?
Well said. Just what I like to hear. What do you say to that, Ulrich?
It is certainly gratifying to hear a young lord expressing such concern for our country's fate.
True. It is admirable that you are determined not to betray your Uncle Hanush's trust. Our agreement stands, of course. But I'd like to remind all of you here that politics is mainly about making the right compromises, not hasty decisions.
You have the same interests, sir. Politics is complicated. My scholarship's still not high enough.
We have the same interests, Sir Otto. We'll be happy to help you deal with those criminals at Nabokov. And let's hope that our cooperation doesn't end there. You know better than anyone how many similar bands plague our kingdom.
Well said. It seems Hanush and Rezig have an eye for capable and eloquent servants. As soon as we are finished with that rebel,
I'm
shall
so
write
glad that
to
I
advise
chose
you.
scholarship and
but now
speechcraft
to
as
the
like my main
business at
stats.
hand, my friend.
Scholarship is so
We
hard to level,
discussed
though.
this long and hard, but we came to the conclusion that the best thing would be to catch them by surprise. And for that reason, we will set out for Nabokov at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
And we will string up the insolent
Why not
bastard
set
who
off
commands
now
the bandits
and attack them
from
in the
the
middle of the
nearest
night if you wanted
tree.
to surprise them?
More wine, Lord Chamberlain?
No, thank you. The Lord Chamberlain needs a clear head. He will lead the assault on the fortress.
What? Sorry, sir. But did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
Who else? My captain is injured, and I am expecting an important visit. Unfortunately.
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Of course you may. It's nothing complicated. We'll pass through the Trotsky Gorge early in the morning and reach the fortress unobserved. A quick charge will get us over the palisade and we'll catch that rabble by surprise. They won't know what hit them. Ha ha!
I'm sorry, sir. But isn't that kind of frontal assault
Yeah, they aren't
needlessly risky?
They aren't
Risky?
bandits.
Peasants with pitchforks could handle that rabble.
Literally not.
Have no fear, Lord Capon.
Well, that wouldn't be my plan.
Stand up for Capon. I'm
Sorry,
standing up
sir,
for.
but I think my lord here has more experience of soldiering than your chamberlain. He fought with valor during the conquest of Pribyslavitz and the siege of Talmberg, and I think he'd be more useful.
I have no doubt Lord Capon is very experienced for someone his age. But I'd rather entrust my forces to someone.
Except these aren't just a bunch of bandits. They're like an
More
actual
mature.
army. They took the
You're
fortress.
not offended, I hope. Ore,
Oh, perish the thought, sir.
it's thanks to the Lord Chamberlain that this castle is standing. I have complete faith in his abilities.
My friend, send your servant to the smithy for armor and to see
Catherine, sir.
To see Catherine for wine for the journey. We'll move out as soon as the sun rises. Be so kind and get me another pitcher of the Hungarian wine, will you?
As you wish.
Didn't
Just a moment,
your lord
Chamberlain.
just tell you
I
to stop
promise,
drinking?
sir, that this will be my last wine today. The next wine I drink will be to celebrate our victory. Ha ha ha!
Your health, then, gentlemen. Eat, drink, and be merry. But don't overdo it.
Orc's gonna die
Tomorrow-
tomorrow, I bet.
I expect you to display your knightly valor for our rightful and joint cause.
Anything else you need?
I'd like to speak to Sir Otto.
Certainly. What is it, Henry?
About Lord Hanush's message.
Would I be right in assuming nobody else knows about the content of our message yet?
Correct. And that is
well,
how it will
the
stay
bandits who stole the message
until I decide
would
on
know
my
about it.
reply to Hanush.
What about the League of Lords? Do you think you'll convince the other nobles as well?
Careful now, young man.
The war hurts everyone without exception. And that is why it has to stop. Everyone agrees on that. Each one of us has to consider what he can do for peace in the land. You can show what you can do tomorrow, when we settle scores with those bandits.
We'll make short work of them.
I'll try not to let you down, sir.
Certainly. We will talk tomorrow when it's over. I do not let capable men go unrewarded, Henry.
Oh, nice to hear.
Come here. Ah, you must be that Henry from the...
What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
We're just talking about the ambush on Lord von Bergoff's men.
Apparently, it was the same man who attacked your company by the pond.
Aye, no doubt about it. It's the same band of troublemakers.
Who got the better of you twice, eh?
Zweimal?
That's right. They say that at Nabokov, Lord Capon parleyed with someone pretending to be old Nabok. But in fact, it was none other than the leader of those disgraceful scoundrels.
I killed half the people
Dann
in
ist
that
es ja
building
kein
and
Wunder
left.
that puffed-up Capon won't talk to us. He's afraid we'll make fun of him.
It wasn't his fault. Did you want him to just die?
I'm
to the
sorry,
bandits?
sir, but Lord Capon did nothing wrong. It wasn't his fault.
Watch your tongue. You don't want Henry to take offense and fly off the handle again?
Ja, du hast recht. I went too far. If I've offended you, Henry, we can settle scores. I'm at your service. But if you'd rather try your luck, we can have a game of dice. That strikes me as a better option than going at each other with swords. Wie war das? Do you play dice, friend?
I'd rather just kick your ass, but fine, let's play.
I understand. Let's play then. But I'm warning you, you'll lose your shirt.
We'll see about that, Bursche. I give no quarter.
I do not play dice. I've done it like 3 times. Oh god, I have so many pieces of dice that I'm allowed to use. Do I have to use a badge?
Heute werde ich Glück haben. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh goodness.
To have a bit of sense and count the dice.
Schön.
This is gonna be a terrible time.
It looks like you don't even want to play.
It's all yours.
Last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here. You can do it. Keep it up.
Here.
Verdammt! Good. It has to work out sometime. Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
Bust.
Come down with cholera.
Schön. Diese.
You're rolling again. Damn, he got lucky.
Here.
You're rolling again? Bruh, you're so lucky. Why are you still rolling?
Oh my God!
What's wrong with you?
That's how you have to play.
Sick to death. They put their claws into everything and always want more. Exactly. Worse than those damn burgers. You know I had to sell them the upper pot. Terrible times. The burgers will buy us all out one of these days.
Please.
Someone
Nice, we're good.
clip their wings. But Wenceslas won't do it because he loses allies against the high nobility. Right. That pack of thieves are bribing him to get our knightly titles. It's a shame Lord Sokol had such bad
Schön.
luck. Too right. He should have beaten the life out of them and taken their silver as well. Wretched curs.
Here.
Indeed. Another reason to have a drink. That's why
Oh my God! Nein!
I said as much.
Good idea. This is soldiers' business after all, isn't it?
You look like you can't count to 5.
I'm just gonna win, I guess. Hey, sudden comeback. Why are you rolling again? What's wrong with the AI in this game? Okay, I guess it worked out. Because he got all the dice, he gets to roll again? Is that how that works?
Here.
Wow, if I knew the rules of this game, that might help.
Otherwise, it would be turned upside down by sinful hedonists.
Das war's.
Aye.
You're up, my
we didn't
friend.
have such dice
I still
when
just
was
win,
young.
though.
We shaped them out of clay. Played with them.
Bump, bump,
They were round
bump,
and didn't have any numbers on them.
bump. GG's. You suck. You suck by a lot.
That was a good game, friends.
Aye. Every game is good when you fatten your purse.
Ah, Lady Fortune gives and takes by turns. A few groschen, one way or the other, won't ruin me.
But you're still in debt to me, though.
Got him.
Well, that's true. I apologize for what I said. I wasn't being serious. No offense, friend. I just wanted a bit of fun.
Oh, fun to be had. Gee, bloody G's.
Hey, what? Henry? Am I invisible or something? Stop faffing about and get over here.
What's the problem?
What do you think? I don't have time for nonsense.
I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung.
Jesus. Tell me how you really feel.
Chamberlain. My God. I can't take another moment of that fool.
Chamberlain is a fool, the Chamberlain is right. No, he's pretty much an idiot.
Ah, sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Burgov.
I'm sure he's won battles. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Ulrich is a
But he's
master of the
completely
quill,
wrong in
that's
this
all.
situation.
By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
You're welcome. I definitely trust you more in battle than him.
When push comes to shove,
I
won't
completely
pay much
believe.
heed to that buffoon's
I
orders.
completely believe that he has the. You have to take revenge for the ambush. You have to keep your word.
I get that. But you gave von Burgov your word as a knight that you'd help him. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our
That's
own.
not true. I could solo them.
Maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
But don't you forget to
walking
stop
up to
by
the
the smithy
fortress
for my sword and armor. And
is
fetch
a
some
pretty
wine from
terrible
Catherine.
idea.
If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
Ha! It didn't take you long to find fame, my friend. I'd like to compose a ballad about your escapades.
Pose away. But don't get too close to me in the heat of battle.
What have we here? Your wits are quick, my friend. Tell me, what really happened?
We have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet? I leave that sort of thing to Florian there. Women swoon in his arms, and then men swoon in exasperation. There's a
I
poetic
don't know
soul
you.
for you. If only his verses were any good.
You're talking to me like we're friends. I don't know who you are.
Seems Florian makes your blood boil, eh?
Aye, he's too big for his boots. He needs to be taught a lesson. Wouldn't you like to help me? You do have a sense of humor, right?
I don't want to get involved. I don't
Tell me
know who
more.
either of you are.
I'll be glad to help you.
Excellent. I need to get Florian back for one of his jokes. It should hurt him a little.
What did he do to you? How do you want to get your revenge?
What did he do to you?
He persuaded a certain damsel to let him dress up in her clothes. When I sang beneath her window one evening, they all thought it was hilarious. And that twit threw lilacs down to me from the window.
How awful.
What that Henry is
How
laughing
do you
about
want to
it.
get your revenge? Challenge him to a duel?
Nothing of the sort, no violence. We'll just make fun of him a little. I know that one damsel gave him a ring, and it'd be interesting to slip the ring to her best friend.
Oh, I see.
Well, that sounds like a pretty cruel joke. But I'll be happy to help. Where can I find the ring?
He's bound to have it in the chest next to his bed at the very top of Crone Tower.
Ah, now I see why you don't fancy going there.
Well, the most important thing is that everyone sees I'm here, but nobody will notice if you leave. All you have to do is
Everybody's
bring
been
it to me
talking to me. I'm
unobserved.
pretty popular.
I'll take care of the rest.
I heard somebody wants to write a ballad about me.
I have a few important questions.
As his tongue.
I don't doubt it. Hey, Henry! Good to see you.
What's up,
Good to
Bartosz?
see you. At least I know one person here. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
even
mind a
Henry's
few more
acknowledging
feasts
it.
like
I don't
this
know
now
the
and
other
then.
people.
Have you tasted the Hungarian wine?
I remain on duty, so I can't. But when I see how the others are enjoying it, sacre, I miss Prague.
You're a regular martyr. We're in the same boat. My lord also told me not to drink.
What do you know about the attack on Nebakov? What about the local girls? Do you know any of the other guests?
What about you and the local women folk? Got your eye on anyone?
Come off it. I'd have to stand in line behind Herman and his ilk. I'd rather have a drink with you.
Ah, I see. Right, because he told me the story earlier.
I know what you're getting at.
No, that was a different
You want
guy.
to leave the guests to themselves and go somewhere quieter.
I like the way you think. I have some good brandy in my chambers. If you're tired of the feast, I'll invite you for a nightcap.
The night is young. But maybe later. What do you say?
I'll be happy to wait for you.
Well, that's nice. Can we fight in the middle of the feast? Hey, do you want to go outside and fight to the death? That'd be awesome.
You must be hungry, yes? Lord Capon's servant.
Well, all right.
Nice to meet you.
More people that are
Who do
trying
I
to
have
talk
the
to
honor
me.
of talking to, gentlemen?
Yeah, I don't know you.
Seems you already know my name.
Aye, we heard something about you. Aye. Mainly about your brushes with the law.
I haven't broken the law once.
Truly amusing escapades, if what they say is true.
I don't know what folk have been saying, but they like to exaggerate. Let's talk about something else.
Of course. No
Reputation
offense
lost,
intended.
bruh.
We're glad to
I'll
meet
kill
you.
everyone at this
My
party.
name is Olbram, and this is Yeshek of Bor.
What about tomorrow? Will you join us in the attack?
Of course. I've brought so many men we could take the Barkov on our own.
I hope you'll leave room
I
for
expect
us
this
as
attack
well,
to go
Yeshek.
terrible.
Have no fear. The main thing is that old Lord Nebak doesn't drop dead before we can save him.
Well, if we burn down his castle, he's bound to have a fit.
I think Sir Yaramir will be pleased if we get rid of those scoundrels without needless damage.
Aye, aye. Old Yaramir was always terribly proud of that little castle of his. He toiled all his life to build it.
Yet it's nothing more than a hut on a rock.
All the better for us. We'll take the hood in a trice and then relieve Yaramir of a few barrels from his cellar.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out how much the rescue will cost him.
He'll be happy to give us the wine. Better to be alive and well than cold for eternity.
Well,
any news, gentlemen?
I don't expect
Yes.
this raid to go well.
We were just talking about the
The way
finger
everybody's
of
talking
God.
about it,
What's that?
I just feel like it's going to
Some
fail.
book?
Nobody knows, but the name is truly odd, isn't it? Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this finger in Prague.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye, but it occurred to Olbram that it might be some new castle bell.
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus that the castle needs a new bell. But throwing around coin like that when there's a war on is a sin, I tell you.
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets, and the war hasn't changed that. Quite the opposite, if anything.
Aye, once you get involved in politics in Prague, the coin comes rolling in. You and Lord Capon are here on political business, aren't you? You're envoys of Hanush
We're getting a
Leitner
lot of side
and the
missions
king's
right now.
favourite, Radzig Kobyla, right?
I can't talk about it. We brought a message from Hanush.
Yes. We brought a message from Sir Hanush and Margrave Jobst. Now we're just waiting for Lord Bornbergov's reply.
What does Margrave Jobst want?
To end the war, I think.
Well, well. Jobst himself wants to make peace with the League of
I'm
Lords.
not supposed to be saying that much.
And free our king from captivity.
That's not.
Interesting.
That's way too much.
Yet it was him who was at war with Wenceslaus just a year ago. What about his cousin? He used to
Well,
be
now, you've made quite an impression, friend.
The monastery of
Ooh.
Dunedin.
Huh?
Have you got a moment? I've heard you're a local.
I'm sorry. I don't know your name, my lady.
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were
Why does
somewhat
everybody know about
madcap,
me?
if you don't mind me saying so.
Nothing more than a couple of silly misunderstandings.
The pond, the stocks, and the gallows. Quite a nice series of misunderstandings.
I did not go to the gallows.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
You're right, Father. And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
Oh, scholarship.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
You're right, of course. That would be best.
Oh goodness, it was a lovely day for bathing. Margrave Jobst wants to end the war.
Lords Hanush and Radzig entrusted us with delivering a message to Trotsky. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. But we didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
They almost killed us humorously. They chased us to the rocks scarily. We escaped concisely. Let's keep it scary.
It was a bloodbath, milady. Then they followed us into the rocks and chased us through that labyrinth like rabbits. I thought we were done for. There was no way out. Nothing around but rocks and pitch-black night.
I see your lives really were in danger. You are truly brave.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labor would have been too humiliating for him, you see.
Glad that it's showing
even more
Han's
humiliating
reaction,
than having the
even though
local
he's
guards
not
pour,
here.
Slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true.
So if I had had all
Everyone
these
thought we were
conversations
stinking
before Hans
vagabonds,
left, I'm
which
sure
led to a
Hans
whole
would have had something to say,
Bailiff
or some
Thrush
kind of
put them
reaction.
in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
Bailiff was right to punish us. The bailiff is a silly fool.
I admit the bailiff was right to punish us. But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
What have people been saying about me?
Yes, I agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
I see.
Certainly, my lady. I'd be honored to escort you.
Excellent.
Reputation lost.
I'm sure the learned gentlemen will excuse us, won't they? It's a lovely night outside, and it's a little stuffy in here, so a walk will do me good. Come on. A lovely summer night. It was horribly stuffy inside. Thanks for rescuing me from the claws of those two old vultures.
Yeah, of course. But I thought...
I know what you thought. Some men are terribly slow-witted, that's all. Like my late husband. But maybe I underestimated you, eh?
I think I could convince you. Let's go back to the banquet. If I sleep with her, I can't go and sleep with Bartosz, though. But I'd hate to turn her down as well. I'm not all that interested in Bartosz. Henry just had a spasm. I'll go with her. I choose her.
I don't think you're the kind to fall for pretty poems.
Well. Finally an exception that proves the rule.
I'm no good at poetry anyway.
That's enough talk, silly. Embrace me. Let's enjoy this night. It wasn't made for sleep, after all.
Honka is beautiful and smells of saffron. For 9 hours. Ah, yeah, I didn't grab the ring. Oops. Also, I'm hungry because I didn't eat at the feast.
God bless you, sir.
I've come for the armor
I'm
for
supposed
Lord
to collect
Capon.
armor and a sword for my lord.
Aye, but that horse has already bolted. I'm clean out.
What? You don't have anything?
Lots of other knights were here. You should have come earlier, that's all.
But Chamberlain Ulrich himself sent me here.
I'll be happy to give you what's left, but it ain't the best. I reckon you'll have to do the mending and sharpening yourself.
I don't want to quarrel. I'll tell the Chamberlain you're trying to fleece me. I'll pay you.
Look, I don't want to quarrel, and I understand you want something out of it for yourself, and that's all right. Because my lord may be a bit of a twit, but he's a rich twit. If he likes what you give him, you'll get another order from him in no time at all. So, it occurred to me I could help you out, eh?
Oh, right. Oh, that's a different matter. I see you know how these things go. I'll give you the best I have left, although I'm almost cleaned out. Here you are.
All right.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way. Sakra. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Hey, Henry, we're moving out.
I gotta go and get the wine now.
Greetings.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm supposed to get some wine.
For that handsome young man? I'll go and...
Well, the thing is...
Forget it! God, but don't worry. I'd just like to ask if you could open... The lock got stuck again.
Sure.
Thanks. Farewell.
I've opened this...
Really? I won't bother locking it again from now on. Here's some Hungarian wine. May the holy Farewell.
Alright, we got the wine, we got the armor, we got the sword, we're ready to go. Let's go.
Hey, Henry.
I've got your armor and wine for the journey.
Let's see what von Berghoff sent me then.
I'm gonna give that blacksmith Ostener a kick up the ass.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to give him my perfect weapon, to be honest. Hopefully that's good enough. Is it?
What do you mean? It's not that bad.
Well, if it hadn't been for me...
What about you? Ready for battle?
Okay. Aye, we can
Ready.
go.
We can go.
Excellent. Mount up then. I can't wait till we smash those horses.
I hope it doesn't just cutscene me right there and I get to put on my armor.
Damn it. But so what? Let's go. I'll wait to put that fraud from Nabarkov in irons. With the force we have, we'll take their little fort in a trice. What do you think?
I don't know if it'll be that easy. You yourself said their commander was no fool.
That cur will soon get what he deserves. We have every advantage on our side.
Let's hope it's
We don't
enough.
have every advantage.
Don't be a doom-monger.
Because again,
What I'm worried about is
our
that the
leader's
foot soldiers will
idiot.
get it done without us. And I won't even have time to swing my sword.
I can't wait to repay them for their kindness. I can still feel the spot in my shoulder where the arrow hit me at the pond.
Never mind your arrow. What about the humiliation I suffered? The rope is too good for those knaves. I'd have them quartered if it were up to me.
Aye, and quartered at least 3 times for what they did.
You're right. I'll ask von Berghoff to send for a truly skillful executioner. And when we've dealt with that band, Hanush is sure to acknowledge that I've made up for my mistake. Everything will be back to the way it was before. Audentes fortuna juvat!
Oh. We'll have to see. I still don't think walking headfirst into a fortress is a good idea for strategy, but what do I know? I'm just the page of Lord Capon.
How was the Hungarian wine, gentlemen? I hope you don't have sore heads this morning.
Don't worry, Lord Chamberlain. My head is clear. A real knight knows how to behave on the eve of a battle.
What about your faithful servant and protector here?
I'm ready for battle, sir. I'm glad to hear it. Sir Otto has charged me with keeping you safe. I hope you don't have anything against me escorting you today, Lord Capon.
I can't say what an honor it is for me. I suppose someone doesn't want me to mess up again, eh?
But Lord Capon, taking care of our guests is right and proper.
You, Sir Ulrich, should worry about not getting too many bloodstains on you today.
We all have our orders, and mine are to defeat that band of scoundrels in Nabokov. Why dally, then, when we have work to do? To battle, gentlemen! Open the gate! We're moving out.
I have a cover for my horse, but I'm not wearing it. Mostly because I'm not going to be riding my horse in battle. We do have a lot of men. But they were readying the lower half of the fortress for something else. And they had a lot of weapons. They didn't have a lot of men, but that could have changed. Or it could just be a limitation of the game engine, of course. We saw just about this many men when we were at the castle.
Hey!
You can really tell when they choose to put effort into cutscenes. It's nice that my bassinet is actually open so you can see my face. Whereas it's just closed in every other cutscene.
That outlaw and his band really fucked with us last time, eh?
We're gonna get, like, ambushed on the road.
I'm just hoping he won't fuck with us again now.
There aren't enough of them that can tackle this kind of force.
True enough.
And to think, I drank a toast with that fucker. Christ.
I hope you enjoyed your wine, Lord Capon, since old Nevak was chewing on dry straw in his own cellars.
Don't you worry, Chamberlain. I'll see to that sneaky fucker in person.
You two are pathetic. I get the impression you're afraid to go into these woods, even with an army around you.
Yeah, I think I can see now why your lord barely escaped with his life. Maybe his captain underestimated the foe as light-heartedly as you.
Weigh your words carefully, young man. You didn't fare any better yourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'll be
He's
a lot
about to
more...
That sounded like black powder, like a gunshot. And Ulrich runs away. Is that my horse? Wait! No!
What the? My God! Where? Christ! Hey! Can't get out!
Give me your hand! Come on! God!
Yeah, I'm coming.
Back off, bastard!
From across!
Those really pissed me off.
Now I'll show you!
I'm gonna need you to die, sir.
Take your asses!
Immediately.
You're mine!
You're already dead.
Capon! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
You should be fine.
Slice him up! Hey! Henry! We have to keep going! Down the path!
That's a problem.
Too slow!
It's not engaging him.
Kill him! I'll be done with you in a flash!
Wow. You're still alive.
Yeah!
Spare him!
Can't even hit him. I'm not sure we're capable of getting up there.
Capon! Where the hell is he? I have to go to him! Capon! Where the hell is he? I have to go to
Yeah,
him!
I'm literally not capable of getting up there.
Henry, cover us! Hurry, you fool! Shit!
Well, I'm covering you.
This was all your fault.
Too slow!
You got him! Nicely. You're bothering with you. A bit more. Come on. Try to help me for fuck's sake.
I'm not capable of doing anything.
Henry, grab the Chamberlain and let's get out of here. We have to get away. So help him.
I'm here! I'll help you!
Fucking scum! Whoresons! Bastards! Curs!
Ow.
Fuck me! Oh, he's dead! Let's get out of here.
God, everybody died.
Capon! Where the hell is he?
Help me!
I have to go to him!
That's so bloody annoying. God, everybody died. They have a lot of bandits just sitting up there.
Be a way through somewhere. Make it fast.
They have a lot of people. We're not even near the fortress yet, I don't think. I guess this is all that stuff they're preparing.
Down to the mill.
Everybody's dying everywhere.
Capon! Where the hell is he?
Stop.
I have to go to him!
Hey, that one's heavy!
I need you to drop dead. How are you even alive?
There's more of them.
You won't get me!
Oh! Watch out, Henry! Shoot us behind the wagon!
That was super easy. So they were fully prepared for our attack.
Capon! Hands!
Bruh.
Christ, I have to go
Walk
to him!
faster. Holy shit. Ow.
Hans? Hans!
Bro, you just got a little thing. How are you dying?
Hans!
You're telling me that little bop to your helmet blasted it right off your head? Where are all the men that were just with us? Also, there's only 5 men. I could kill all of these with ease.
That'll do!
We'll surely get a nice fat ransom for Lord Capon of Kirkstein.
You'll have to take him first.
I'm literally unharmed. This is so annoying.
My boy, courage is a thing of honor. But what you're proposing isn't courage. It's foolhardiness.
Well, better to have honor than to sneak up and ambush people from hiding.
It works, though. War is a nasty business. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
They aren't pointing their crossbows at me and you're holding your helmet in your hand. I could kill you right now.
You should have been a knacker. You'd still have your head on your neck. And your own seat in the tavern.
Shut your stupid mouth. You have no idea who you're talking to.
Yeah, to a weasel. Who shoots from the bushes instead of a fair fight.
You think so, huh?
Why dirty your hands with him, Captain? One shot.
I'm actually starting to think this young knight deserves a fair chivalrous duel. If he's good enough, I'll let him live.
I'm again strong enough to kill everyone here, but the game won't let that happen because the cutscenes have to have their own narrative. It's so annoying. Little things like this. Like, they could write it in a slightly better way to where stuff like this doesn't happen.
So, my boy, let's see what you got.
I hit him once and the fight ended. What the hell?
Damn it, boss.
And again, I could beat everybody here, but... Wow, what a fight. I literally hit him once. What the fuck? The game won't even let me play. I don't even get to duel him.
Right.
I'm also armored. What's that knife to my throat gonna do?
So, do you reckon you can trust an outlaw to keep his word of honor?
Wait, was I strung up? Was Henry strung up? What happened?
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition.
I have no idea how long this game is. I have no idea how far along I am either.
As the saying goes, man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
I don't think that's a saying. Gotta be honest.
All I wanted was a quiet life. Nothing more. Take it easy. Have a bit of fun now and again. Will not piss anyone off too much. Apart from the Uzit's bailiff.
I really don't care about this guy, I gotta be
But
honest.
that's a different matter. But there's spiteful tongues everywhere. Well, you know how it is. And they complained about me to the man up above.
What? Him?
No! The bishop!
I don't get it.
And then they kicked me out, saying I was a disgrace to the parish.
What disgrace? A man has to enjoy himself from time to time. They couldn't just kick you out for nothing, though, could they?
I'm a devout Christian, I sinned.
Let me make it clear. I am the very paradigm of Christianity, but the church has more priests than parishes. So all it took was a bit of spiteful gossip, and then someone else got my parish.
Aye, folk can be swine.
So actually, it suited me fine when Anush and Radzig's boys went missing, and I could hit the road to look for them. My nag Bibiana is happy to stretch
Okay, so
her
all that
legs a bit
happened
finally,
a while ago, and
even though
that's
she's well
when
past her
this guy
prime.
got sent to
She's
go and
so
get him.
unused to it. When I tied her up by the gate here, she nearly gave me a kick.
What boys are you looking for? If you don't mind me asking.
It's not a secret, first I could do with a
It's no
drink.
secret. I need to find them. So I'll be grateful if you can tell me anything.
I'll be glad to help, Father.
It's these two young fellas that recently set off for Trotsky with a letter and haven't come back. One's a blue-blooded fledgling and the other's a smart-ass smith. Does that ring a bell?
Ah, Sakra. Everyone who was at the Semine wedding knows them two. They caused such a ruckus that they was nabbed and locked up in Trotsky.
Well, I never. I'll go straight there then.
Well, Father, the thing is, a big force left the castle this morning.
Oh, okay, that happened this
They
morning.
were ambushed in the ravine near the Barkov Mill. A terrible massacre. Folks say all hell broke loose there.
Folks do like talking about hell.
Seriously. I heard the Trotsky Chamberlain himself copped it, and his whole company with him. And most likely, your friends and all. I'm sorry.
What? Who's that? You said they were locked up. How could they be in the Chamberlain's company?
Annie and Kuba from the Barkov Mill saw it. They managed to get away when it all started, and I think they said they saw them two there and all. Ask them yourself if you want. They're in the barn round the back. Kuba took a hammering, but he's well enough to talk.
They could be mistaken, though, couldn't they?
Well, if you want to be sure...
I'm so upset.
You can go and see for yourself, Father. The ravine ain't far from here. From the inn, follow
I
the
literally
road east
killed
till you get to a
every
big
single person in the
crossroads.
Trotsky castle
Another
just to
chapel
prove that I
there.
could.
Head down towards the forest.
And
by all accounts, them bodies are
that
still
just
lying there.
happened.
I hope
Just because the game
God
decided it
was
was
over
so.
quickly for them.
Surely not all of them. Those two lads are as tough as old boots. Well, thank you, in any case. I'll go and ask around, and God willing, I'll get them in one piece.
Hope dies last. I'm sorry I haven't better news for you. Safe travels, Father Godwin.
God bless you.
Don't worry.
I don't want to play as this guy.
You saw the bailiff.
I'm already drunk. Got garbage stuff equipped. Thievery isn't even a skill that I'm allowed to have. I just have whatever skills the game decides that I have. I hope I don't have to play as this guy too much.
May Cooper better again.
God be with you, lad. I need to ask you something. Oh, Christ.
Cooper's in a bad way. He got shot. He needs to rest. What do you want from him?
What happened to you?
An awful disaster. Our mill was like suddenly in the middle of a battlefield. In the evening, some men burst in on us, herded us into the barn and wouldn't let anyone out. And then, in the morning, the ravine suddenly turned into hell itself. Awful. Dreadful.
Easy. You have nothing to fear now, lass. What did you hear from the barn?
Branches snapping, horses whinnying, yelling, and infernal crashes and bangs. We tried to flee, but Cooper was hit in the shoulder by an arrow.
We hid until it was all over. And then, by then, them bastards had other things to worry about. They took some captives.
I'm looking for two friends. The innkeeper told me they were involved in that skirmish. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Henry, his page. Have you heard those names?
Lord have mercy. They were the ones that was taken captive.
Are you sure?
Aye. After what they got up to at the Semine wedding, half the domain knows them. They was hanged.
My God! Surely not. There must have been lots of people there. Maybe you made a mistake in the confusion.
Well, they said they wanted Capon as,
sorry.
How can you be so sure?
Ransom.
How far away were you?
So,
what
he's
happened
definitely
exactly?
still alive.
And
Henry's built different. He'd survive getting hanged.
That's all.
I'm asking if you're sure. Would you swear to God? Well, speak!
Before Almighty God? Well, maybe. I mean, it was all a bit chaotic, that's
Is
true.
her hair clipping through her neck?
I'll leave you to get some rest. I must find my friends.
Yes, it is.
However they ended up. Da Deus Fortunae.
Oh, was that Latin? Are you a priest or what?
Aye, I'm a priest. Well, I used to be.
Merciful Mother of God. That's some good fortune at least. Could you bless Cooper, please? Maybe he'll get better if you put a word in for him with the Almighty.
He's coated in blood. No words I can say will help.
Of course. I'd be happy to. Benedictio Domini sit vobiscum. Benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father. Here, take this and pray for us, please.
All right. Of course I will. Farewell, my friends.
I hope we can...
Careful.
Don't be in my way then. Bibliana, what a name. I need to go to the ravine.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Apparently there's a path here that we're following. Never mind. I'm not allowed to follow that path. I'm not allowed to even explore the open world. Why would my horse decide to take me this way?
Quick!
Just go. Good lord.
Yeah.
Stop throwing a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Come on, DB. Let's go.
Yeah.
I wonder if the game's gonna stop me from going off-road, too.
Go. Yeah.
I'm supposed to take a left at the crossroads.
Just driving straight there.
Yeah.
The tracks lead to the right. I'd better tread carefully. That company must have headed into the thicker forest. They used the trees as cover. Slowly! Nice and slow!
I want you to go faster, but oh well.
Wagons. They probably used them to block the way and prevent a retreat. Smart.
Clear on!
Good God, what a bloodbath.
Hi, I'm here to
Now
kill you.
you're gonna get it! Ha! Two.
Bro's in the middle of saying too slow as I hit him again and he dies. I think I'll take everything you have, and any armor that's better, I'll wear that. You can't change Goodwin's clothes. What's the point, then?
I'll tell you straight out, I don't dig graves.
Of course, we ain't no fucking grave diggers, are we? Get a move on. Those fuckers could come back at any moment.
Bollocks! They've got their hands full burying their dead by the water.
All right, all right. I just have a bad feeling about... Wait, I heard something. Watch out, someone's coming.
Wait. I heard something. Watch out! Someone's coming.
Charge!
You saw nothing. Ow.
I'll be done with you in a flash. No chance.
How did that not hit? What the hell? Why am I not capable of blocking this guy?
We'll finish. Bad luck. Oh!
It feels so bad having received a weaker character to play as to try and come for this rescue. Oh, there's no point in taking anything off these guys. It's not like it matters. That's so many dead people. There's just had so many archers.
God almighty. Bless their souls. And they blocked their way forward as well. They were trapped.
You could literally
The
just
man who
walk off the
planned
road.
this thinks like a true warrior.
There's literally no trap. You could just
In
walk
any
off
case,
in any direction.
The innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. In any case, the innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. It looks like a Turkish raiding party swept through here.
Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest.
You did not
You're
speak a
welcome
word
to
to me.
anything you find up top, but stay away from here.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse.
I am coated in blood.
Listen, one more step and it'll be your last, old man.
Calm down. I don't want any trouble. I'm looking for someone.
Oh? And who do you serve?
The Lord God, my son. And wine, every now and again. Or ale. I'm not fussy.
What are you saying? You're a priest? You don't look like no priest.
I hear that a lot. But it's God's truth.
So who are you looking for, father?
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead. Can you take me to your commander?
All right.
This is
follow
literally
me.
a band of
Eric
bandits.
can decide what to do
And you're
with
just
you.
like, yo, did
Move
you
it,
kill my
idlers.
friends? I'd like to know.
Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here. Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friends. Or their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
What happened here? What's your
Now
name?
that I've introduced myself, I'm keen to know who you might be.
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest with a sword under his belt?
I get your point. De omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover. After all,
I'm far less confident in the fact that
the
this
Lord
guy
helps
could beat the
those who
5
help
people here.
themselves, eh?
Well, you know how to preach. Maybe you really are a priest.
I'd like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? A battle is what happened, and the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea what's going on here. Who did you defeat?
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like you crushed them badly. Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein and his page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry of Skalitz.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've
But
no
you
idea
know
if
that
it's
they
them.
didn't get slaughtered to no survivors.
Right then. My name's Eric, and I'm in command here.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like to see the prisoners. Will you take me to your captain?
We'll see. Have you brought a ransom?
I still don't know if they're dead or alive. So first, I want to see them.
You fuckers! You won't get away with this! No way!
What the fuck are you ranting about?
We made a deal. You leave us alone, and we'll leave you! And you shat on it, you fucking orsons!
What's he on about?
Well, up there in the ravine, I bumped into a few scoundrels who were looting the dead.
And?
I put a stop to it.
You killed my brother! You'll pay for that! You'll all die, you bastards!
A nice priest you are. God's truth. Oh well, they were starting to fucking annoy me anyway. So here's another job for you, old man. You're gonna help me sort out the mess you caused us. And if we survive, I'll take you to the captain. He'll be interested to meet you.
If we survive.
Come on then, you assholes!
I'm not going to help you guys. Y'all can die in that combat yourselves. Good luck. Ow, God. You pushed me so hard.
Hey, get him!
I'm just gonna leave. What are you gonna do about it?
No mercy. Oh, hack your ass off. Nice. Kill him. Right there. Right there. Come on then.
Nice done.
Yippee.
Fuck! That was something! They got what they had coming, the fucking thieves!
I'd say it's God's punishment. Requiem aeternam dona eis, Domini.
You really know how to wield a sword.
I literally did not
Tell
fight
me,
at all.
Where did you
but
learn
okay.
to fight like that? And leave God out of it this time?
In the Battle of Kosovo. I did a bit of traveling when I was young, and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the way.
And you settled down in your old age?
Till recently, I was the parish priest in Užice, near Sasau.
Sasau?
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not gonna dig graves for those fuckers.
They don't deserve that.
Leave them to rot without a Christian burial. Nobody deserves that. Not even enemies. And besides, those corpses could attract wolves from the forest.
Sod the wolves. Let them fill their bellies.
Anyway,
Okay.
what about our
Bro
agreement?
doesn't care at all.
Still on? I'll take you to the castle, so you can talk to the captain. He always appreciates a good warrior.
What castle?
Nabokov. Although, castle might be a strong word for it.
How absolutely annoying. I don't care for this guy. I'd rather be Henry.
So tell me, Godwin, why are you looking for those two anyway?
Oh, they're my friends. I hadn't heard from them for a long time, so I set out to find them.
Surely a priest can't leave his parish just like that, can he?
Mother Church isn't happy with me. I sinned.
Does it have anything to do with the way you wield a weapon?
I wield all kinds of things. I can wield a jug of beer as well.
That's Nabokov.
I didn't need to say anything, I
Got
guess.
a commanding view of the whole valley. Now tell me, do you ride as well as you wield a sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah! Yeah!
And his horse is just faster than mine, so... Oh, maybe not.
Quick!
Except my horse refuses to go in a straight line.
Go!
Yeah! Quick! Well now, you're a fine horseman as
That's
well.
the first time I've won a race in this game.
Bibiana might look like any old nag, but there's more to her than meets the eye.
Bit like you. In any case, welcome to Nabokov. We'll leave the horses here. Not to worry, our boys will take good care of them.
A very nice fortress. How did you manage to take it?
In a moment, you can ask the captain yourself.
I can't wait. Wait here for me, Bibiana. I'll be back soon, and maybe I'll have the two little blighters with me.
Open the gate!
Man. Why would they not just kill him?
Where's the chief? I brought him a guest.
Or take his sword at least, take him
Now he's
prisoner.
interrogating some captives. Call him. I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so. What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
At least Henry took his eye.
This here is Father Goodwin.
Some
For a
level
priest,
of
he's handier
actual
with a sword than
value
most of
for
your
me
men.
winning.
He helped us against some bandits. And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Ishtvan. Now I think I want to have a chat with you. Go and wait for me in the tower.
Okay. You the master of that fortress? Was that massacre you're doing?
God be with you, Captain. I expect you're the master of this fortress.
You surmise correctly. Who are you? And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Sir Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
And you don't look like the lord of the fortress.
Ne credas aurum, quid resplendent ut aurum. Perhaps not, but I am. And who are you, sir?
You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name is a little awkward. But so be it. Am I to understand, Sir Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity?
I don't know about
here?
well.
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't pay to underestimate that one. He's one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Got him.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right?
Indeed. But this isn't the time or place for recounting adventures. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them, to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The word of an unknown knight? That's as much use to me as
the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Well, let me put it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is. But I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress. And they were the most dogged of all his men. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
Yeah. They're supposed to deliver a message. They're handy
I've no idea how they got mixed up in everything. But they only came here to deliver a message. As you no doubt well know, Lord von Bergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it, believe me. But that's by the by. It's over and done with. Release them. I'll take them away and Sir Hanush will be in your debt.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
No idea. How much do you want?
I have no idea.
Then why are you here?
I'm supposed to bring them back, and that's what I intend to do. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Bergau, and I'd have to party with him. Ah, well. Man proposes, and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How am I to know you're not von Bergov's spy? Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more hot shit from a lying cyclops!
Enough! To hell with
You
you!
got 'em.
You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
He's just gonna arrest you.
Rebellion! They're attacking!
I came here to get them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Looks like you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo.
What? Why did you let him go?
If you help me, I'll let them go.
I don't. Why would you trust him? Also, who's fighting back? The civilians?
Up and at them! Kill them to the last man!
That's so many people. What happened here?
No, you don't! I'll be done with you in a flash! You swine! You'll pay for that!
You're gonna die?
Fuck you!
He will.
Get away with that, bastard!
Yeah! You're no match for us!
You'll be sorry, fucker!
No, you don't!
Hey, I just killed the captain.
Bash him on the head!
You shouldn't have fucked with us, you bastard!
Ow. I'm gonna die.
Show what you're made of!
We'll finish this quickly.
You wanna try me? What's it to be? You wretch! Watch out! I can't show you stuff!
I'm surrounded by dudes. I can't get through. It's in my pouch. How do I use an item for my pouch then? I've literally never tried. Horse, pat dog. Abort an attack. Oh, wow, okay.
I'm all yours.
Christmas.
Getting blood, you wretch.
You need to drop dead, dude.
You wanna try me?
Bleeding fucker!
Ow. Too many people.
Show your stuff. You'll die.
I'm dying. Literally not a chance.
Show what you're made of. You haven't a chance.
No, I don't, because I'm so much weaker than frickin' Henry. Am I, like, not allowed to die? How am I still alive? I can't look at the guy on my right.
Now you're sweating blood, you shit.
Oh my god, he died. Huge.
Shut your eyes out! Shit, I've been waiting for you!
Come on, attack me.
This won't end well
There
for
you-
you!
Damn it.
Shit, fucker!
I'm suddenly healthy again.
I'll rip your eye out again!
I'm not sure if I'm capable of hitting him because of where he is on the staircase.
I've been waiting for you! Now you're sweating blood!
My god, that was such a long and difficult fight.
Whether you were a priest or not,
I thought you were dead. I
have to
really
admit,
tried to kill you.
you're damned handy with a sword.
That felt like a cutscene. I should have
Likewise.
died and just didn't.
But what the hell was that all about? Looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick, before it's too late.
What is that voice acting? Oh, hey.
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you.
I'm still fully armored.
As for you, well, we'll see about you.
I can sense his aura. It's my enemy.
You! Tough! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt! Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are? Where's my sword?
Who is this? Man. Surely you're not going to listen to some vagabond?
What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch? Enough!
What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men.
Bro trusts Capon.
Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows.
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered.
Because he didn't want to be seen by
Throw him
Capon.
in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
Are you going to take his weapon?
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Are you going to take his weapon? Are you going to take the sword off of his waist?
I'm not done with you yet.
Oh, Okay. Okay. I
What do
hate
you want
some
here,
of the
you
narrative
swine?
decisions of the writing
I'm
in this
doing
game.
what I do best, and you're getting in my way again. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the
Because you'd lose that fight.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Yaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his
No,
perfidious
'cause
raiding once and for all.
then
Unfortunately,
Otto
getting
would
away
have
from
told
here
us.
in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Don't believe him, he's a bandit. It's a good thing you owned up. Where's my sword?
Don't believe him. He's a common bandit. He did the same at my hometown. Attacked castles, murdered, and plundered.
I was given a direct order by my lord, who is yours too, and I'm carrying it out as best as I can.
Behind bars?
Like I said, if everything had gone to plan, it wouldn't be us in this dungeon, but Zhishka. But don't worry, sir. I haven't said my final word yet.
Well, I don't want to be too hasty, but all right, I'll take your word for it.
Otto von Burgau
For
would
the
have
moment.
told us that he
You'll
hadn't been
regret
on the
it if
inside
you're
of the
lying
fortress,
to
and it
me.
would have been easy
No
to deal
doubt.
with.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that? It's only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity, to be honest. If either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive, it's certainly not you.
Or better me than you.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Burgov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
And
I'll be
Hans
free before
also
you know
has a
it.
weapon. Wait.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time
I mean, he's holding this fortress pretty well. There's no reason for him not to stay here.
Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you. He's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
I love that Hans, like, takes the backseat for Henry in his personal quest for revenge.
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
You swine! Ugh.
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell! Ugh.
Eric! just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
What?
No, we've got to flee now.
Oh, did that happened in the last game? I don't even remember that scene. So I should have known who Eric was then.
There'll be time when we meet again.
Bruh, fucking worm.
What was that?
Fuck it!
Wait, did Henry also have his sword? I missed it. Doesn't look like I do.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin!
You have the key to the sound?
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home.
Apparently you do.
Can't you even deliver a letter?
I don't have a sword. I expect Godwin to, like, drop dead when we walk out that door. No? Nothing? So just everybody dies, and that's our happy ending? Really?
I will get those fuckers.
What?
They're riding to Trotsky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier, and weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zhishka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
That's a lot of political stuff, and I don't know any of this stuff.
We know what Jobst is like, and I don't trust him one bit. But we came here to try to get von Bergov and the League of Lords to parley and end this war. We're on the same side.
You're right, and it's a good thing you don't trust that snake. I've been double-crossed by him so many times that I won't make the mistake of trusting him again.
I'm glad we've cleared that up. And now, I'd like to know how you two got from delivering a message to riding with von Berghaus' men.
We got a common enemy, von Bergov dragged us
Von
into this.
Bergov maneuvered us into it. It was easy to win us over. Zhizka here attacked us first, and then von Bergov. And Istvan was with him too.
And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard?
I guess, right, I guess Bergov would have known
When I came
that I
here,
hated
I was putting
Istvan.
together a band,
So
and
that
he
was
turned
all I
up,
was talking
along
about.
with Eric and a couple of others.
And then he just wouldn't have told us that Istvan was working for him.
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get
This is
to
a good
choose
thing that
from
I
the
kept
best,
Semyon alive.
but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
There's a fine line between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Bergov is traitor-in-chief.
Do you want to kill von Bergov? How'd you hear about the ravine? Why'd you attack us?
Well, I understand you were out to harm von Bergov, but why did you attack us, for God's sake?
We saw you meet up with his garrison.
It looked like a friendly encounter, so we
We
figured
were,
you
like,
were with von
moments
Berghoff.
away from fighting
You
to death.
killed all my men. They were good lads.
And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good.
War is a nasty business, Captain. What happened, happened. And it's a burden we all have to bear.
Tell that to Oates.
Your men were about to commit rape. Do you know Catherine? Ask about something else.
Yeah, war is a nasty business. Men kill each other, I get that. But your men wanted to rape innocent women. There at the pond.
Nobody raped anybody. I personally made sure of that.
Well, that is true. You killed one of your own.
Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best, as you saw with your own eyes.
Do you know Catherine?
Who?
The girl from by the pond, for whose sake you killed your own man.
No.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message.
How did you manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly? We only heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on. I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah, understandable.
How did Semine come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well. What actually happened to Semine?
Von Berghoff sent his men to take revenge on him. Both Jan and Olda are alive, but they had to flee. Henry and I helped them. It was a close shave. We burnt down the fortress to cover their escape, so von Berghoff wouldn't suspect anything.
Oh, thank God for that at least. They're good men. It would be a sad loss.
Did you want to kill von Berghoff?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund.
Yeah,
We hit
everyone
him where
on
it
both
hurt,
sides is
believe
now
me.
dead, so
you
very
were doing
cool.
the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Berghoff's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offense, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sasau region. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me?
Yes.
And who did you say the dabbler was?
All right.
Why did Istvan let you ambush von Berghoff instead of telling him you were at Nebakov? If he's on his side.
Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason. So no idiot would give us away. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you.
It's a pretty ugly story. As Lord Capon said, he went marauding in our Sasau region. He seized Talmberg Castle, imprisoned my father, and stole his sword. And his commander, Markvart, killed my mother and stepfather while they were raising our village.
Okay, so as the commander that we killed in Land of the first game, Istvan stole the sword of our nobleman father, who was made by my actual stepfather. My real father's the blacksmith who made the sword and then died. The noble father is the birth father, blood father, who the sword was for, who Istvan stole it from, and he's still alive. Now I have to kill Istvan with that sword.
When he's on Sigismund.
For the sake of both my
That's
fathers.
a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across,
God,
and when he
how
found out
confusing.
who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time.
Literal Deus Ex Machina.
Positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So we made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
What are we gonna do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see?
Yeah, you're
And would you
one
like me to take another
individual.
look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than the pain.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet. I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there.
Ah, man. I still think this turn of events is pretty annoying, but it's what happened, and now we're past it.
Oh, oh, God. Holy shit!
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
Yeah, bro's a champion for being fine.
I'll have to clean that out.
Just gonna pour some wine straight into his
Just get it
eye.
over with.
Oh god, wait. Oh, not like that. Oh god, wait. Not a fan of that. What, is he dead? Did you kill him?
Will he survive?
With God's help.
Okay, I guess he's fine.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye.
Dang.
He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
Henry deserved a
We all
W.
do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Berghoff comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it? But if you really want to be useful,
I think she
you can
already
help
put
bluster
her
load
hands
the
on me.
cart.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything. And dig their graves.
They
Been a
kind of don't
hellishly
deserve
long
that, gotta
day
be
today.
honest.
Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so...
I'm tired and hungry.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. and they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
I couldn't help overhearing you talking about that tragedy in Sameen. Was that also the choice of a lesser of two evils?
It's really a shame you didn't arrive earlier, Godwin.
Why? Do you think things would have turned out differently?
I don't know. Aldo was truly guilty, but to kill and to punish are two different things.
God gave us the power to punish. But we have to deal with our consciences ourselves. If you don't watch out, you'll end up drowning in all that spilt blood. Well, maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end. Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still
Is my horse dead? I'm curious. It's apparently still alive.
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me. It's...
When did it just save? Did it save just now? It did. I'm going to leave this video here. We've been going for a very long time, and the quests are kind of continuing to push us forward. So, I'll be leaving this here. I kept saying it, don't really like the writing of this one. Like, I expected an ambush. I expected them to be, like, fully prepared for us. But I expect that to be more, like, at the fortress, and for the fortress to just be something we just couldn't get into, or, like, all the men would be slaughtered, and that would just be, like, me and Hans versus, like, everybody. And then I'd have to surrender for Hans' sake. Which is kind of what happened, but also there were only 6 men there. I one-tapped their captain with ease. Wasn't even a fight, and took out his eye. Although I apparently didn't take out his eye. I could have killed all 6 of those men. And then I could have killed everybody else that was there. It was... like, the narrative to gameplay dissonance is what I don't like. And then, like, I was about to literally finish him off in the middle of that duel, and then 2 men just walked up and took me captive effortlessly. Which, again, like, I'm clearly a master warrior, and I've fought multiple groups of people before, sometimes even in cutscenes. But, not allowed. It's the gameplay to narrative distance that I don't like. They could have just had somebody put a knife to Hans and have Henry give up. Because it keeps the illusion that your character's a badass, but you still lost because, well, Hans is a noble, and he's not nearly as awesome as you are. Even though he has, like, just as much plot armor for not just getting shot down in the middle of that fight. Unless everyone there knew who Hans was and chose not to shoot at him because of the ransom money. It is what it is. What's happened has happened, and now we are moving on. I have no idea where the story's going to go next. Probably going to be us fighting against von Burgov and killing him. Or maybe killing Istvan Toth at least. Finally. I guess that means that there's probably going to have to be a third where, like, the war is actually concluded with Sigismund dying. Or being, you know, captured. He'd probably still die if he got captured. Just by, you know, proper execution. But, oh well. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!